lessons of 2023.
We still have 1 quarter left. We got 1 quarter in the 4th quarter.
I don't
Is it the 4th quarter? Is it the... No, 4th quarter starts at the end of September. Welcome back to the 444 The Girls podcast. I'm Kirstin.
I'm Zakia.
What did we talk about last week, Barbie?
Yeah.
Was that last week?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, technically.
Oh, because he did it earlier because I left. My children.
I'm not laughing because she's literally saying she wanted to go see her children. If I was in Atlanta, I wouldn't be going to see my kids.
Look at you. All I got in Atlanta is my children. Shit. Oh, shit. Why you ain't say it?
Who gives a shit?
Okay.
Who gives a shit?
Seriousness.
Why? What?
Oh, shit.
What was that?
I don't know.
How was your week?
Oh, it was good.
I'm munching on a green bean.
Is that like the pickle
Green
ones?
bean. Mm-hmm.
Why you buy pickle? Yeah. It should be good as fuck.
I didn't buy them, like, they were on the little sample table at work. Like, there's like a table at work that, like, you can go and grab a couple
But
of
they're
things.
they think about the farmer's market.
Yeah, they're like jarred
Good, yes,
little
so
green
good.
beans, and then they have asparagus.
Oh,
And
I
then they
never had
had-
asparagus.
Yeah,
That
there's
sounds
asparagus in there. It's good. And then they had carrots, but I didn't want to look greedy by taking like one of each. Because the asparagus I got last week.
You know what you're fucking trying.
Oh,
so you try to space it out, do one every week?
yeah. So this yesterday there was a lot of shit on there, and there was nobody in the office. So I took a can of CBD like sparkling water, and then the green beans and the Bloody Mary mix. But like, it's like that. It's like both. Last week, no lie, twice last week, and then once on Monday, there was just a random like cake sitting on the table at breakfast time.
I hate it.
I ate it. I did. Every time. And you know what? I miscalculated. It was actually 4 breakfast cakes. So the first one, somebody had like, because what happens is like a lot of these people, they're not like, they don't have big old families. So when they have a birthday, it's just like a bunch of cake. It's just them and their one other person that they live with. They don't have kids and shit to eat up all the cake. So they bring in extra cake. And I did it too. Like I remember I made too much cake, or we had too much cake for Parker's birthday, and I brought it to my office and just put it on the table. But
Oh, so it'll be like that. Just
yeah, like people just bring a cake. And so somebody brought a carrot cake. Then somebody else, my homie who sits next to me, his wife bought 2 fucking big ass Whole Foods cakes. Like she cakes for one of her co-workers who was leaving. But then the girl got COVID and didn't come in. So she could have just taken it to the job, to all the other people who were going to eat that cake. But she sent it with her husband. I said, she must not fuck with the rest of her co-workers. Because you purchased 2 big-ass Whole Foods cakes. The strawberry kind.
not for y'all.
The strawberry kind. And the Oreo kind. But because the one person who they were celebrating wasn't there, she said, shit, ain't nothing, that was for her. These 2 fucking cakes. I'm gonna send it to my husband's job with a bunch of people I don't fucking know.
Just so y'all.
Some strangers say, y'all fucking get that cake. You know how petty you gotta be. The big ones, them shits are not cheap. We're not talking giant cakes. We're talking the Whole Foods strawberry shortcake. Like, and I walked up, I said, there's a Whole Foods cake? I knew my Whole Foods cakes. I knew what they looked like. Okay, I got a lot of experience with Whole Foods cakes. So I was like, these are Whole Foods cakes? And he was like, yeah, so my wife, and then he told the whole spiel.
Oh, okay. So y'all got the cake because that wife didn't.
Because she
her
did.
Job. Got you.
She didn't want to take it to her job. She didn't want to take it to her job because the person that she bought the cake for.
I got it. I thought it was somebody at your office sent the cakes away because they're. But I get
No, we got their cakes.
Got you.
At breakfast time, bitch, I walked in at 9 o'clock and there's 2 big ass Whole Foods cakes there for everybody to have for breakfast. Them cakes were gone by 11 a.m. So I'm just saying, that's how it is at my job. There's always something out. My little green beans and shit. Sorry, I cut you off about your week.
Oh, it was good. I'm sorry, Friday, so I did have a whole week.
Our kids went back to school this week.
Yeah, it was a decent week.
Yeah, our kids went back to school. Well, your boys been.
They've been back.
Yeah.
Atlanta go back early as fuck. Be out early as fuck.
Yeah,
Sahara went back.
Yeah, and my boys went back. That motherfucker's big as hell. You know, here's the thing, right? So, okay, so you know what? This is going to be a decent segue into my whole, everything I got going on right now. So, like, I've realized that, like, all the frustrations that I have about certain shit, it's my own doing. It's my own, like, letting someone else hold the reins for a while.
Yeah.
Because then what happens is they fucking are able to fucking control the whole everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when you were on live with Zentola last night.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't go to the grocery store hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and then after he said that, then I had my session with Trap Yoga Bay, the Thursday night session.
Oh, that's who you was talking to. I heard you was talking to somebody. I heard you talking to somebody. I thought it was the other. I thought it was the other thing you were doing.
Oh, no, yeah. I was
Kikiing.
Oh, I was laughing at Kiki at Instagram too. But if you heard me being conversational.
Yeah, conversational.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other courses stuff.
Oh, no. So this one was the Trap Yoga Bay, like the sessions where you don't have to be like in the program. It's like the check-ins,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like some of us who have already graduated come back and talk. And so, it was just, at one point she said, she was talking about people pleasers.
Yeah.
And she said, to the one girl, she was like, it's not that these people are not pleased. They've been pleased.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to see how far you'll go with what you're what they've already given you,
Yeah.
right? Like, and it's kind of like the breadcrumbing thing, I guess, but
Oh yeah. Release that for the.
that shit is going. So like people will take as much as you're allowing them to take. And well, how did I get to that from that? What were we just talking about?
I think he was about to talk about work.
Oh no, I was about to talk. So first I was saying that like it would be my week to have back to school.
Of
Like,
course.
it would be my week, right? Because I don't make the schedule. But no, like he's fair about it. Like it's every other week, but it would fall on my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
yeah, cause he ain't like switched it up. It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah, like my week fell on the long weekend now, but it's irrelevant. It still was gonna be the same, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but then like, so that is kind of like, I had a very interesting week at work. For a couple reasons. Like, I don't know, I felt more, I don't know if it was because it was like the full moon week or because I kind of have like reached a certain place mentally, or maybe it's not even a positive thing, but I felt very bold this week. Not like I wasn't cussing nobody out. And like to their face.
I was just about to say, not to their face, because you just went, oh.
Shush.
Not to their face. I was about to say, I was like, doesn't feel safe, but you said it.
So, who gives a shit? So, something came up, right? And, okay, so a couple things came up. One, it was a black ass fucking week at my job this week
Okay.
because it was like, it's the end of Black Business Month, right? Black August. And so we had, that's what it's called. So it was the end of Black August.
Oh my God, that's what they call it.
Yeah. No, not like, not at work, period. Yeah. Like Black Business Month / Black August.
Funny, Black August.
So, so we had like a couple of black businesses come in, and I told you about the one. so usually, typically, people in this role that this man had are very pretentious, right? Like very like, very like sommeliers, like. He was black as fuck, right? Like, he wasn't like hood, but he was black, right? So, alright, you know what, fuck it, because I want this man to get some business, right? I'm not gonna tell y'all where I work, but, so it's a black owned wine company, right? And it's not like black owned, like, my family was the first black vineyard. It's not like that. It's some niggas who went to Howard. They got tired of drinking liquor all the time because they were hosting parties, and they were like, "Nah, we're gonna start drinking wine." They liked the wine. They're like, "All right, let's make it." Yo, when I tell you, okay, first of all, the wine was good. I liked it, and he was talking about like how we still gotta make sure we provide some sweet wines for the women in our family. He was like, our aunties, our moms, our cousins, the women in our families that drink that sweet ass wine. I thought about you. So this is how this man is talking. Mind you, there's no white people in the room. Like it was for our black, group at work, right? So he's talking and he's like has us, tasting the wine, and he starts calling. He like, no, I'm not gonna tell you what my friend said because that's not nice. But I mean, she wanted his number. She was trying to get with him now. But so, what the fuck was I about to say? He did something real black that we were. Oh, so the name of the winery, y'all, or not winery, but the name of the wine company is called Michael Lavelle Wines, right? Now that sounds like a name of a wine, like Chateau, whatever, Michelle, all this. He said two of us had the middle name Michael, one of us had the middle name Lavelle or something. He said, right? And he said, so we came up with it, and I said, he said it sounded. I said, French? And he said, exactly! He said, exactly. He looked right. He said, you...
Oh, nailed it.
Nailed it. Yo, I was fucking... like, we were... cracking the fuck up, and not like at him, like, but it was like, damn, this is like somebody who is like us and not pretentious. Like, this is, because they get in there with their fucking ascot ties and shit on and want to be all cute. He had on some Gucci sneakers, some jeans, some cornrows. His little chain was stuck on the back of his cornrows, and the whole time I'm like, damn, I want to flick it off. And finally, the lady, she's like the executive assistant, she said, come here. Because this is going to drive me crazy. She fucking told him to turn around like she was his grandma.
Oh, shit.
And I fucking loved it. I loved every bit of it because I was like, this is the first time I have felt this type of camaraderie at this place. You know what I'm saying?
So if you're going to step up and do anything, maybe you need to figure out how to do more of that.
So then, okay. So then, yeah, and I didn't even talk to you about this one because this was like the past 2 days, right? So this company came in, it's called Pronghorn, and it's this like, what they do is they're trying to like expand like diversity in different like sectors, right? And so because some of them had experience in the spirits industry, that's where they started. So they're like doing all this like black mentorship and black job placement in the spirits industry, because they're like, we have 14% consumption, like, but 8% in the workforce and 2% at the high level. Drinking up all the Hennessy, right? All the Casamigos, all the
and talking about it in the songs and
everything. But we're not represented in the workforce, right? So they're like trying to flip that, right? Like get more black spirits businesses, like help them get their companies on the shelves, get more people at the executive level in the industry, because like it's 2% like at the high level management.
You have like, they got like Instagram or something?
Yeah.
You gotta give it, I want to send it to that guy.
Yeah. So, so that's what they're focused on, and they came and met with our little black group, right? First they did like a whole like kind of company-wide, not company-wide, but like it wasn't just our department. It was like they opened it up for other departments to come and like, you know, join, watch, but it was like a fireside, like a question and answer, not like a discussion type thing. But then the next day they were like meeting with like supply chain, all HR, everybody. They were like coming in like, y'all clearly need some help.
Yeah.
So.
Because y'all don't have a bunch of that big ass business.
Right. Like front facing maybe, but not like in the office.
Yeah.
So, so they came in and they were talking about like the programs that they have and the things that they see, like their vision for the industry. Bitch, I was inspired. I was like, wow. Dude, is the heat or something? What's all that noise? Maybe that's Z down there walking around.
Z!
Yeah, she's down there.
Yes.
Making sounds.
She's sick of me. What's she doing?
Huh?
Were you
What
walking
you doing?
around?
I was turning the lights off.
Oh, see, I knew I heard something.
Sorry.
Sorry, we were just. I heard some sounds. I thought something moved from my. I thought it was a stick up.
You ain't move.
So I was inspired, right? But at another point during the week, there was a moment that I was like, what the fuck? And I think it was right before we had these, or I think it was like in between these different situations. I'm gonna have to edit that. So with that being said, right? So I come into the kitchen and my two homegirls was like coming from over in a little corner where you could tell that they were just having a little tea party, right? Just they were like at the coffee, like doing this, you know? And I walk over, I'm like, what's up with y'all? So we were talking about like the meetings and just kind of like I think I mentioned this the last time when somebody said, you might not believe in astrology, but you're living in it. Because there is something in the air in so many different places and spaces that if you cannot.
From every walk of life.
From every walk of life, every area, there is something
every
happening.
Every walk of life is not like, that's the wild part. It's like, wait, you too? I would have never guessed. Like what? Everybody
is like, there's a shift. Like there's a shift. Something is happening. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it, right? So, like I said, I was feeling bold this week, right? So, this is a lesson right here to younger Kirstin. When I got my first job out of college, right, I was hired and I was told, like, you don't discuss salary, right? Like, I don't know if that was taught in class or if it was taught.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, you don't discuss salary with your coworkers. The reason why is because maybe somebody negotiated good and they don't want the rest of y'all to know that we had the money to pay this number, right? And that is one thing that I was saying, like, my frustrations were my own doing.
Yeah.
Because I know I didn't negotiate well. Like, I know I did not negotiate well. I was just too ready. I was
ready to get the
too
hell
ready
out of
to
the
get the fuck out of the house. So I was
Understood that.
willing to take what they were giving me. And they see that I was willing to take whatever they're giving me, and they keep on giving me more to do with that little ass raise. You know what I'm saying? And so I think so I was talking to my two friends, and I said, listen, I know they tell us not to do this, but there's a reason why. I said I know I didn't negotiate well. I'm making this. What are you making? And my homegirl, she said her number was 20,000 more than mine.
For real. She do the same thing.
Same level, but different functions. And then I said to the other girl, I said, how much are you making? She was like, because when our one friend said it, she was like, she is 30,000 less than this girl. She's like, yes. So like, she's like 18, so 18 more than me. And she's in a different department, but it's still the same, like, category area. That's why they don't want you to talk about salary. Yeah. Always fucking negotiate your salary. If you don't feel like you know what you're supposed to be asking, because that was also the thing too. I was thinking about 10 years ago when I lived in Atlanta, how I was living off of a certain number, and I've had that. But the inflation, cost of living, different places, yes. All of that, I wasn't thinking straight. I was trying to get the fuck out of the house, right? And so, young Kirstin, always negotiate your salary. And this could be young Kirstin from 2 years ago. Because, bitch, you learned a lot in them fucking 2 years. Always negotiate your salary. If you're not sure where to start, do market research, look at Glassdoor, find out what people are getting paid, add on to that, find out what other people who in a similar job role in different companies are making, and you put this over here with this, add on some more, and then you divide it by 2. That's how you get your number. And then make that be the bottom, the lowest that you'll take. And also discuss salary. Yeah. But I was so inspired by them beautiful black people. And the one girl, she looked at me and she was like, I just love your energy. And I was like, oh my God, I love yours. So if I needed to.
She worked for that company.
Sure did. You know what I'm saying? And today. I did not exercise and I did not say my prayers this morning. And bitch.
Oh shit.
I had to stay on mute today.
That shit matters at these almost 40-year-old years, I swear. Whew. Stay trained.
I got it. Stay trained. I'm 40. And
weeks now?
Like 7 weeks. Less than 2 months. I got. And you know what? I'm not going to do to myself. All that shit that I can feel happening right now in my head is like, damn, you're about to be 40. You're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to have this. You're supposed to look like this.
So
like, we felt all that shit starts flooding. But I know, but it's like the closer I get, it's like, oh my God, this is
40.
This is. I never saw that, but I don't want to. because of where I'm at in my head right now.
It's
like
funny.
I have to blame fucking Barbie.
No, that movie's funny. It's not heavy. Whew. Damn. I was talking to my friend Blue earlier. She a Libra, so she about to be 40 soon too. And she was saying like, this couldn't have been how my mom and them looked at 40. Like this wasn't the same. I was like, nah, I don't think it was.
No, my mom was probably in some rough patches at that age.
So okay, so you're okay. It may not be where you want to be, but you're alright. More than alright.
No, I'm good. I'm definitely good. I just, you know.
40 ain't what it used to be though. Like 40 used to seem, no, 40 doesn't seem old.
Some motherfuckers used to be kind of established at
We're,
40.
I mean, we're just biased as fuck because we're almost 40, but I don't know, 40 seems different now.
40's not old.
What is that? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Huh?
You know, for real. It don't seem like, I don't know, I guess I'm not supposed to when we're almost 40, but 60 is a little older now.
My mom would tell you, bitch, I ain't old. Let me talk to you like, bitch, I'm old.
40 is wild. Like, my friends I still be talking to from middle school, 6th grade, met Taisha. We were walking up to the bus stop at the same time, bitch. She just moved back. Just talked to her yesterday. Like, damn, we was talking about our trip we had when I turned 25. The fact that we were kikiing over a trip that I had when I turned 25, that at that moment didn't seem like I was doing that great. But, like, looking back, outside of I needed a little bit more money, like I had an apartment, everything was fine for real. For 25. Whew.
I was talking to Amira.
Fucking great.
Me and my friend Amira, which we were talking the other day. I was on my way to work. She called me early in the morning. This is the only person.
And that's another thing with them 40s, because me and Ashley you texted me at 6 a.m. because she's getting ready and shit.
Before you were here,
yes.
We used to be texting this
early as fuck. So that's the 40-year-old shit. Because this woman, look, and then it'd be crazy because her do not disturb be on. So it's like, bitch, do not disturb me. No, love her to death. That's my baby. But yeah, like we be up. If you could see the ridiculousness that comes through to my phone, it's just Ashley at 6 o'clock. I always one eye open. I know who it is. Ashley is.
Right.
I'm not offended. I don't care. I feel no type of ways, but that's 40 for real. Like we be up.
Yes, because she
texting.
messaged me. It was like.
I keep looking.
And
I'm
this is
sorry.
the
I
thing.
just keep looking at him. Fucking.
Who gives a shit? That's what it is.
He is so on brand for this conversation.
I just burped. Rubbing off on me. So she called me, and when she first called, I was trying to get the boys at the house, right? That's how you know her ass, because her daughter's a senior.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she's like, she's not really
Scrolling through like me and saying, oh,
right. She's like, let me just
she put her own shit on. Right. Whatever's missing, she gonna deal with this.
So she's at that phase in her life. She's not remembering what it's like in this elementary school life, right? So, I can't remember what she called me for, but it was something fucking goofy as shit. And so like, then we were talking about like this whole like getting older, like what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be? She's I think your age, yeah. And like at one point, me and her were inseparable. Like so we met. I was in 9th grade. She was, or I think I was in 10th grade, and she was in like 8th grade or something. And I had heard her name before from people because she lived in my neighborhood, but she went to like she went to like the alternative school, I think. So she, I forgot that about her. But now things are starting to like make sense a little bit, like, but we were like super close, right? She worked at the Chick-fil-A in the mall. I worked at one of the little stands. And so one day she came up and just started talking to me about an outfit in the display, like at the store behind me. And I turned around and looking, and I'm like, she's talking to me like I know her. And she's like, she talks like that. She was like, and Julian talking about my brother. And I'm like, okay, she knows my brother. And then she said her name, like she talked about herself in third person. And that's when I was like, oh, this is Amira, right? But after that, like, inseparable. So she called me to kiki about some dumb, goofy shit. I can't even remember what it was. I don't know. It was probably like Chris Brown or some shit. Like, that's the type of shit that, you know what I'm saying? Some celebrity shit. And by the time it was over, we were just like, all right, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Like, because we just jumped back into the This is what it's like to be a grown up.
I know. Yeah, it's like, shit, talk about this shit, like. Oh, the stories are fun, though. Thank God for the memories.
It's you. That's both of us. Both ours. That was weird that our phones went off at the same time. Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, Tucker.
This is wild. I was really just thinking, like, it was really one supposed to come out.
Yeah. So I'll be 40 in like 7 weeks. And the shit that we talk about on a regular basis is very adult woman. We just had a whole conversation about my checkup at the gynecologist.
Yeah.
Because I finally got that fucking piece of plastic stuck up in me. And this shit is not comfortable. I'm wondering if it's so I know a lot of people who have had an IUD, right? And I was always like, it just seems so.
This was the first one.
This is the first time I
Okay.
ever got an IUD. I've always only been on the pill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought you had something else before.
No, I had the NuvaRing
Right,
after.
right.
Yeah. So
That's
first
right.
I always had the pill, and then I told you like I had that NuvaRing in, and that motherfucker was on top of spaghetti. Remember with the meatball? It went from the table on down to the
Bitch, my working
floor.
heart stop when you see that.
My poor meat went straight out the door.
I seen this fucking reel yesterday. It was about like the sperm and the Plan B fighting. It was like I can't believe I didn't send it to you. It was like we over here and over there, and it was like bitch who bitch. It was like it was ridiculous.
But you know what I was thinking? You know what I thought to myself as I was just like sitting in the tub earlier? It's kind of fucked up, like that we gotta be the ones.
All of it.
It's fucked up that we gotta be the ones. How come they don't get periods?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to deal with the birth
God
control.
forbid a slip up. We gotta deal with it. Neither of us have had to deal with. We've never. I got a bunch of kids, but I just had them all.
Yeah,
We've never had
I've
to-
only been pregnant
Nope.
twice, and I've had 2 kids.
Yeah, no judgment. Do what you gotta do, cause bitch. Do
Right.
what you gotta do. But we've never had to do anything. But yeah, we gotta deal with all
We
of the
gotta
things.
hold all of the weight of them
God
busting a
forbid
nut.
something does happen and you
And
decide you
the
don't
worst
wanna
part
do that.
is, and I'm sorry, like I'm not one of these women, but I absolutely sympathize with them because I'm not one.
Mhm.
But there are women who don't even orgasm, who have never orgasmed.
Yeah. On
Orgasm.
top of all.
On top of all that shit, bitch, you not even getting to bust a nut, and he is.
On top of and it might
What?
come around and slip up and yeah.
And I know, like biologically, a woman can only have X amount of babies, or like a woman can't be pregnant with multiple kids at one time unless they're twins or something, right?
Whereas they can shoot
They
up
can just go
multiple
shoot.
subs,
They're
yeah.
dealing out cards like they're a fucking blackjack dealer. The fuck?
Wait, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I was sitting down talking to somebody yesterday, and they were Googling, like, how to freeze eggs and shit. I'm like, get somebody else. No. There's not a dollar amount, bitch. Even in my situation right now, there's not a dollar amount any man could give me.
A baby?
There's not a dollar amount.
Absolutely not. I think you might have overheard I don't know.
No, there's not a dollar
Absolutely not.
In this situation, there's still not a dollar amount. You can
No.
keep your house and your car. Like, imagine because the
I
person being like,
will
well, what if I
not.
buy you a house, buy you a car?
No. Yes, no. What if,
I know
what
you
if
told
I
me-
got you all
Yeah,
set
you
up?
told me about a conversation. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
They're all set up. No, it's going, I'm
No.
gonna be set up all right.
You're goddamn right. I'm set up for the
Set
rest
up
of my
already.
life. Exactly.
And I got some pretty
Exactly.
decent situations. I'm still set up.
Right.
Set up for somebody else. Love you though, but
Yes. No. Absolutely not. No. No. That's another thing me and her were talking about because like her daughter is grown, like she's a senior, and then she will be an empty nester.
So soon.
And she was like, ain't no fucking way. Bro, she was like, there's no way that because I was talking about getting the IUD in, and I told her about the ring falling out on the fucking floor. And she was like, bitch! She said, oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, no.
My ass has an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Yeah, you won't. I'm just gonna make sure that they can hear you.
That's all I'm gonna say about
I have just an 8.
that. I forget. I was 7, 8, 8, 9.
He's 8, an 8
I
and
was
6 year old. Mine are 8 and 6.
I dead ass told somebody they was 7 and 8 recently. I was like, you're wrong. They're 8 and 9. You fucked up.
8 and 6. I have an 8 and 6 year old who eat, and you saw it. They eat like 18 and 16.
Like somebody's fucking father. It's not okay. I'm sorry.
Do you see the size of their shoes? Do you see how big
Her
their fucking
sons
feet are?
Eat like, I mean, they totally eat more than me as a grown ass woman. They eat really large servings.
Yes, and it's not like they're like those kids that are like overweight and shit. They're
No,
not.
they're not at all. They just eat very large servings for their age. I'm not gonna say
Yes.
the size, their age. Yeah.
But they're huge. I guess they eat for how big they get. Like,
Yes, well, the rapid speed, bitch, because then they can eat.
but then there's times when they won't eat a lot. But then as soon as it ramps
Yeah,
up.
they're still kids because they all go
Right,
through
sometimes they
weirdness.
go to, sometimes there's like, but as soon as they get to doing the shit that they were doing this
And
week.
when it's something they like, because my kids, when it's something they really like, their little handful of things they really like, or they gonna crush too.
No, but not even that, like sometimes they will
They're
eat
busy.
every fucking thing. And then I know I gotta buy shoes soon.
Oh yeah.
Cause that's when I know it's about to be another growth spurt. Parker wears a size 5.
Them niggas ate a bucket of nachos, bitch.
Parker wears a size
What's
5.
up?
He's 8 years old and wears a size 5 shoe.
So Taisha's son.
That's like a 7 in a woman's.
Taisha's son is 13, I believe. He wears 12. He big as shit.
So that's how it's gonna be.
No, he was a 12 men's. He big as shit. He's tall. Yeah, he's big. Not fat. Not fat.
No,
at all.
yeah.
He's big as shit. He wears size 12. He's in 8th grade.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm.
Grown men I know don't wear 12s.
Listen. So I'm considered short because my mom is 5'10", my father is 6'4", and they're not like tall, skinny people. They're fucking broad, big ass people. These kids, you see how they eat. I am trying to prepare myself for how big my fucking sons are gonna be.
Yeah.
I see them in their
Yeah,
classes.
they just take after them. Yeah, they big as shit. They ain't supposed to eat. Ooh, we don't want to eat that much. They eat bare. They don't eat that much.
Remember that pizza when they were like, oh my god,
Yeah,
my
that
kids
big,
still eat that.
gigantic pizza.
It was huge. Like I couldn't even fit it in the car.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
looked like
one
a
of
joke. It was like.
It's one of the it looks like a gag gift. It's for parties and stuff, right? But that's where they order. Like the one slice requires a pizza box, right? But this is what they want to be eating. Anyway,
This is almost 40. I can be title it that. Almost 40.
for
Almost 40-year-old bitches.
who gives a shit? I thought I had something else to say, but I can't remember. Oh, one more thing that pissed me off today. I thought I had a doctor's appointment today, this morning at 9 o'clock, right? And yeah, because I wanted to blame myself for this, right? But it's not completely on me. It's kind of on me, but it's not completely on me. But like, I thought I had this appointment. I tried to get a prescription filled for Adderall last week. I've been without it. No, so the other day, I was like, you know what? I have a fucking lot going on right now. And I kind of need to, like, buckle up on a couple of things. And I've been taking the thesis, those vitamins, and that has helped. But I was like, if I could just have it to have it. Not to take every day, but to have it in case of, like, a fucking day when I'm, like, I have so many things that need to get done. So, I hadn't had it filled since March. Or February or March, right? And he wrote me a prescription in March. They didn't have it to fill it. He wrote me a prescription in April. They didn't have it to fill it. So, I haven't had it. It's not like I'm like some fucking drug addict.
We don't need the motherfucking disclaimer, bitch.
But I'm just saying, like, I haven't.
Adderall.
Exactly. They were out of Adderall and I have not had any. But this is what I'm saying. This is how they treat you. They treat you like you're a fucking drug addict when you require these medications. So I go to CVS and I'm like, hey, so my doctor wrote prescriptions for it. I never got it because it was never in stock. But can I still get it filled? And she was like, well, we only hold it for like 4 months and then it's released. And I was like, okay. And I was like, fuck, it's been 4.5 months. He wrote it for April. I tried in August, like end of August. So she's like, and I said, well, do you have it in stock? If I like reach out to them to ask them to refill it, because he's like, if you ever need a prescription filled, you know, just if you ever need a refill, just you know, go through the portal and ask me for right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I said, do you even have it? She's like, we do have it. I said, okay. Which, they better fucking have it. If it's back to school time and all these kids don't have the fucking teachers will be like, what the fuck is going on? So, which, that's another thing. But, so I reach out to the doctor. I go through the portal like you told me to. And they were like, he said he'll talk about it at your appointment on 9/1 at 9 a.m. What's today? 9/1.
You didn't have it?
No, it's for 9/5. Should I have had it in my calendar? Am I written down? Maybe. But at the same time, you said 9/1. So I don't have it written down. And then I got the email today with the Zoom link. So I'm sitting there on the phone, waiting. And then he like ends the call. Like I was just sitting in the room for 15 minutes. So I was like, what the fuck? I look, my appointment is not until Tuesday, 9/5. So how the fuck would y'all send me this link? And you send it in the portal that I had a 9/1 appointment. Bitch, I'm confused. The link didn't say 9/5, but you sent me a link on a day that I think. So I'm sitting there. I zoomed back, didn't have time to go to CVS. Like I needed to cover from school because I think I have this 9 a.m. appointment. I'm telling these people like, hey, I might be late for our meeting. I'm waiting on my doctor. He still hasn't come in. Bitch, it's because you don't have an appointment today, but it's not my fault. And I wanted to be like, this is why I fucking need my Adderall, my ADHD meds. But this was not all on me and my busy brain. This was partially on them for telling me the wrong shit and then fucking sending me the link today. If this don't say this bitch needs the meds, I don't know what the fuck does. So yeah.
Okay.
I say that to say I should have worked out this morning. I should have worked out this morning into my prayers because I have been very on edge.
Not too late.
I feel like I did a lot of talking today. Usually you do more talking.
Ain't got nothing to talk about because I'm not talking about shit.
Ooh, we went the whole time.
I thought about that 1 more second and was gonna fuck it up.
Thank you for tuning into the 444 The Girls Podcast. I'm Kirstin.
I'm Zakia.
Love you. Bye.
I was gonna say it, but then I would have fucked up the groove, so.